I'd like to ask everyone to stand. Brother Mitchell Puckett will lead us in a word of prayer this morning. Then we'll have the pledge of allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this another day of life, Father. Lord, I thank you for each and every day you provide for us. Lord, just watch over and protect us, Father. Lord, just be with those that's less fortunate, Father. Lord, just watch over them, Lord, the ones in the hospitals and nursing homes, Father, throughout this world. Lord, just protect each one. Look over them as only you can, Father. Lord, go with us, Lord, as we go through this meeting, Lord. Just give us the ability, Lord, to make the right decisions for this county, Lord, and do it in your Son's name, Father. Lord, just ask you to just give me, Father, where I fail you, and I do ask these things in your Son Jesus' name.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank everyone for being here this morning for our January 27th, 2026 regular scheduled meeting for the Lamar County Commission. We do have all four commissioners here this morning, so we have a quorum to proceed on with business. I'd like to start by any public comments from anybody, any of the citizens. Okay. We'll move on down. We have a proclamation on behalf of the Daughters of American Revolution, and Miss MARILYN Hood here. I'm going to give the floor to you, Miss MARILYN.
This proclamation is offered by the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution. To the County Commissioners, Vernon, Lamar County, Alabama. Whereas on July 4th, 2026, our nation will commemorate the semi-quincentennial anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and whereas the journey toward this historic milestone is an opportunity to reflect on our nation's past, honor the contributions of all Americans, and look ahead to the future generations who will carry forward the ideals of democracy and individual liberty that make the United States a unique nation in the world community. And whereas the great state of Alabama played a role in the American Revolution with the Battle of Fort Charlotte, also known as the Siege of Mobile, in 1780, that saw Spanish forces successfully seize the fort from the British. And whereas the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution is a non-political women's service organization established in 1890, whose members are lineally descended from patriots of the American Revolution, and whereas the President General's leadership over the next 3 years, all daughters will illuminate our legacy through commemorating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, with intention and purpose by reflecting on the values of liberty, democracy, and the sacrifices made by those who came before us. And whereas from the 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party in 2023 until the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Paris in 2033, daughters are celebrating our nation's rich history and diversity of experience by honoring all men and women who achieved American independence. These patriots, believing in the noble cause of liberty, fought valiantly to establish a new nation. And whereas the Alabama daughters are celebrating America's story one project at a time by completing 250 unique documented service projects across the state, now therefore be it resolved that I, David Boyett, probate judge, Lamar County, Alabama, commend this commemoration to all our Lamar County residents. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and official seal. And I would tell you that the goal of Daughters of DAR is what we're known as. Our chapter here is Daring Dicey. Daring Dicey was a teenager, 15 years old, who crossed the swollen river, went through the woods to tell her brother that the British were coming, and she was more or less a spy. So we're named after her, and the Alabama Daughters, our state regent is our leader. has asked us to get proclamation signed in every county. So we're getting close. And our group covers Lamar, Marion, and some in Fayette. So we're doing 3 counties. And thank you for having me today. I
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a blessing it is to live in a country like we do have.
That's right.
Amen.
I'd like to pause the meeting for just a minute. She would like to have a picture, if you don't mind.
Let me move these chairs out of the way.
Problem.
Slide them over so we don't. I vote we stand for the rest of the meeting.
Okay.
You want the
I want the
proclamation?
proclamation. Yeah, I want to hold it up here with us.
We got it down here.
It's down here on the end. It's right there. No, right there.
Oh, yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
All right. You want to get the
I'll let
center?
y'all
Okay.
know. I'll let y'all be here, and I'll get here on the end.
You want to turn kind of sideways? We get
Thank you, boy.
And
we'll get my glasses off. I can see without them.
you look toward.
Martin do it like a crime scene up there.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. See if I can get Mitchell's, his jacket's over there, got a lot of money in it.
Reaching
Yeah, I
his
was
pocket.
Leaning back, and like,
I was watching.
Should have borrowed Audrey's white glasses. That'd look cool.
Keep an eye on it. Ain't nobody want them to be one.
Yeah, we'll try to stay in touch when we get close to that point to maybe get some input on the.
Did you ever talk to Glenn Taylor?
he was actually supposed to come today,
Oh, yeah?
but he had to cancel for unforeseen. But we're gonna try to get together next month.
Okay, okay. And if he's gonna come and speak, I would love to know it.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I
don't know.
I need a copy of it.
Okay.
If, would you mind taking it to Brittany?
I will.
And,
Be right back.
and letting Brittany take a
Yeah,
copy?
I probably need.
Thank you, ma'am.
What's some,
Have you got this on, Renee?
y'all want to sign?
Yes, sir, we did.
It's flashing tall. I just was wondering. It is on.
Being this time, we can have on 3 months.
You want me to turn it on?
Say that, I got
Hit
to.
record.
Oh, no.
It didn't look like it normally did. Sorry.
I won't find it.
Right. We'll carry on with our meeting here. Next, we'll approve the minutes from last meeting. Has everyone had a chance to look over those on their box account?
Motion we approve.
All right. Second,
A second.
all in favor?
Yeah. I found where there were the ones you was asking about the agenda. I found it. She showed me this morning. I just wasn't looking in the right place.
It's all good.
We get used to this new system.
That's right. Okay. Next, we'll move right into our reports from our staff and elected officials. We'll start with our sheriff, Mr. Marty Gottwald.
Well, good morning. I guess our
Morning.
biggest event to report is we were awarded the $250,000 towards our vehicle purchase. I'm hoping that money will drop within the next 30 days. We can't obligate anything until it actually is in our possession, so that's been on hold. I've talked with Gary Wake, who's our Stivers rep on that. There are a number of vehicles that are on the lot right now. We'll have to Originally, we talked about having the same color vehicle, but I thought it broke down if they have a Mary Kay pink one, Kevin has to be driving. But, so that's really some.
Color has become less of an issue.
Yeah, some good news, and we maybe need to talk during the budget meeting as far as I'd like to ask if we could borrow money from the general fund when we actually finish outfitting them. We're gonna need about $10,000 per vehicle on that to finish the radios and everything. That's allocating $50,000. I do think we'll have enough when we sell these excess vehicles to go ahead and pay that back. I think we will. We should have 5 of them that we can let go, and they should bring anywhere from 12 to 15,000.
We should have our good deals maybe in place by then, so that'd be great.
That's what I'd like to do.
Kind of working out right timing.
Yeah, and we'll probably maintain 2 of them there. We've got one that's got 103,000 miles on it. That's a 4-wheel drive. We'll keep that. One of the other ones that's actually got a cage in it, one doesn't, so that should really fit our needs. And get that other junk down the road.
What vehicles were you looking at? You mentioned it one time before.
Ford Explorers.
The Ford Explorers.
Yeah. They're a police package. Stivers, we can have them come out the door with everything in except the radios, which I'm going to reuse the radios that we have. There's no sense in replacing them. I'll take care of the install on my side of the finance on that. So, good news. I'm really excited about that.
But you look at that other part, the other part for the vehicles would be the decals, that part of it, and the lights and
The lights will be on when it comes up and when it hits Lamar County.
But that's an excess charge from Stiver, or is that something we're doing? Okay,
that's total. That'll be a total. Depending on what kind of bumper comes out of it, or which we hadn't even finalized if we're going to put a wrap around for the deer or just a straight push bumper in the front. You know, but that's a complete package is about $1,000. So when we hit a deer, which invariably we will, do we want to spend that money or do we want to put it on the other end? So it's something we'll talk about.
Yeah.
I'm for the more protection we can, the better. But
I think the fuel economy will be a lot better on these vehicles compared to what we've been driving. So that's going to cut the cost of the maintenance or the expense cost of that.
And really, we should be maintenance free other than tire and oils for, I'm hoping 3 to 4 years. You know, everything else will fall under a recall if it's a major item.
Sure, the insurance will eat up the difference, but that's part of it.
Yeah. So, we met with Will Grice, who is Senator Adderholt's representative.
Yeah.
And he's coming Friday. And my plan is to give him a complete tour of the jail. And while these congressional funding issues, they're not brick and mortar. We can't build a brand new jail. They won't fund that. But as far as upgrading heating and air conditioning or lights or different things like that, I believe we'll fall within parameters of what they can fund. So, honestly, I don't think Adderholt's done anything for us that I'm aware of.
Not in a while.
And it might very well be, though. But I want to hit him up for that. My plan is to still go forward with the maintenance that we're talking about, the 5-year plan. I do want to go with a common area in that. Working with Weathers, heating and cooling, to look at upgrading the whole guts of the heating and cooling in there. Yeah, I personally would like to look at a package unit that we set up on the roof. It's all brand new. We use the existing ductwork, which there's nothing wrong with that, and then try and put that on the ceiling, out of the roof of the jail. Actually had a complaint this Sunday that it was too hot in the jail. The Weathers came in and installed the new heater coils. We actually had their guy yell out the beanhole, "We've got heat." Glad that they really haven't had a good time, and I appreciate your help with that because it's cold.
Appreciate the progress we made.
Didn't have any major accidents that I'm aware of, anything that way. People in Lamar County were very responsible in their vehicle operations. It seems like I didn't have to be out, they weren't. So it definitely lessened the load on us. We got another week of cold weather. Hope everything will stay. But you guys are faced with the same issues. So. Thank you.
Appreciate the progress we're making, Sheriff. Thank you.
Next, we have the county engineer. He actually called this morning and had a family emergency, so he won't be here this morning. Talked to Miss Crystal early this morning. She won't be here either. She had a court date she had to present some documents and stuff. So, but I would like to commend each of them because they both did get out this weekend and check on the roads and make sure, you know, our citizens were safe. And we want to thank each one of them for getting out and checking the roads and stuff. Miss Audrey Strawbridge, our county attorney, do you have anything? All right. We'll move right into our new business. First on the agenda here is a screen purchase for District 4. And I think we might all be aware of that already. Jeff had mentioned maybe needing a screen, but you want to talk on that?
Yeah. I mean, it's because of the expense of it, it's kind of a fixed asset. So it's not, I don't have to put it in there because it's below the bid limit, but just as I think it's always good to have it run through the minutes so you know what that expense was for future purposes. But I had a screen built in 2017 to screen that steel dust that we get from SDR to use on the roads because it comes in bigger chunks, and it's really been beneficial for me, saved the county tons of money during the winter time, especially on some of these roads when the loggers tear them up. So SDR had been kind enough, they said they'd pay for all the materials, I would just have to pay for the labor, and then it's the same screen they use, so I could use their actual screens, whereas now I've had to rebuild that one a couple of times that I had. It was kind of homemade. This one will be it's total cost going to be about 17, but it's only going to be 10 for my district that I have to pay for because SDR is going to take the other burden off of it. So I just wanted to run it through the meeting, let the other commissioners be aware of what I'm spending. And if these other commissioners need some screen material from time to time, they're welcome to come as long as they pay me for it. Just kidding on that part, but we'll help you out. But yeah, I'm just wanted to. I don't guess it is something we need to vote on, or just make aware of, or we vote on it?
Yeah, I would vote on it.
We vote on it? All right. Well, I'll make a motion that we purchase the screens.
Second, anybody?
I say.
All in favor? All right.
It's 17 total, but 10, all the county's going to be paying. 10,000, yeah.
And that'll last a long time, won't it?
Yeah, not 10. Yeah, I guess I should put 10,000. If I can get them to do it for $10, that'd be good.
Okay, next on the agenda here is to promote Monica Wiggins to tag office lead clerk effective February 1st. That'll be when Rita Kay retires, and her rate of pay will start at $11.50 an hour, which is per the policy. Do I have a motion to approve her changing to the lead clerk in the tag office?
Motion.
February 1st. I have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor? All right. Okay. Next here is a resolution. You might want to, Ms. Renee. This is a resolution for qualified taxpayers age 65 and older for authorization to claim an exemption for real property. This will be another type of exemption for the 65 and older citizens here in Lamar County. Matt Woods, which is our state senator, had presented this idea quite some time ago. And with all the research that I've done, I'm kind of in agreement to him. This will be a constitutional amendment, which will be on the ballot in November. And give everybody an opportunity to vote on that. What will happen is it'll freeze the assessed values for anyone 65 and older at the current value it is when they turn 65 or apply for it.
That's right. It's not automatic. It has to be applied for.
It'll go on record. It won't be something like your regular homestead exemption that you have to apply for every year. But there are some qualifications of that. If you do a major improvement to your property, such as a swimming pool or addition or whatever, then that would come off. But really, what it will do is sort of help fixed income people potentially be able to plan for what their property tax will be as long as they live in the house. And they have to live there for at least 5 years.
Right. Prior to applying, have to have that.
You have to have owned it for at least 5 years. And there's a few more counties that are actually already done this, and most of our surrounding counties are passing resolutions to allow the constitutional amendment to be placed on the ballot for the citizens to vote on.
But this, I mean, like you said, it is still, has to be voted upon by the citizens. So, I mean, if,
Yes.
this be something that have to be passed at the next general election in November.
It actually, if you read the bill, it won't take effect until October of 27, because that'd have to give the Revenue Commissioner a little time to actually get the paperwork in, people sign up for it. So more than likely, you'll start signing up for it this fall, this winter, or whatever, and then it'll actually be applied on the 27th.
And you said that's only a one-time sign up? I mean,
That's the way I understand it, yes. Because, unless you do it like a major improvement or whatever, and that's when it would actually come off, and then you would pay whatever the additional value, of the.
If they assessed your property and you did something, that was my one thing was I talked to the association, and our association asked them to really look at the value amount that they would be spending as an improvement before they wanted to make sure that was in there, that it wouldn't negatively affect the revenue that would be coming in. If somebody decided to do $100,000 improvement and then say they can't afford their property tax, that would be crazy. But
Right.
as David said, from what they're telling us is a pretty good thing. It will help people on those fixed incomes who can't really do improvements and are just trying to, keep staying in their home instead of having to sell their home to survive. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, I'm in very much support of it after doing some research on it.
Right, and we'll have the actual bill. I'll have a copy here. Each of these guys probably will. So if anybody had any questions, before they vote on it, probably in November.
Yeah, we'll have some information to get out to the public.
Definitely want everybody to be on board with how they choose to vote. But
I didn't interrupt David, but I appreciate our legislators at least asking us to support a resolution before they even brought it up. That tells us that they are actually concerned that we, as a commission, want to be involved in that process. Because in the past, they can bring this up without our approval. They can do it one way or the other, but with our approval, it makes it a little easier for it to go forward. So I appreciate our delegation for asking us to get involved with it.
Worked really well with them so far. I'd like to read it. It's a very short resolution. Whereas presently Lamar County qualified taxpayers age 65 and older are authorized to claim an exemption for real property owned in the county under certain conditions. Whereas a proposed local bill to be enacted by the 2026 regular session of the Alabama legislature and then voted on by the voters of Lamar County as a local amendment to the Constitution of the state of Alabama. Said proposed local bill is attached to this resolution, whereas Lamar County Commission approves of passage of this local act by the Alabama legislature to be voted on by the voters of Lamar County as a local amendment to the Constitution of the state of Alabama. Now, therefore, be it resolved upon a motion duly made and passed by unanimous vote of the Lamar County Commission at the regular meeting of January 27th, 2026. The Lamar County Commission approves of the passage of the attached proposed legislative act by the state legislature to be voted on by the voters of Lamar County as a local amendment to the Constitution of the state of Alabama to authorize a qualified taxpayer 65 years of age and older to claim a senior property tax exemption for property owned in the county under certain conditions, which may freeze the assessed value of the property for the year immediately prior to the claiming of the exemption. And since this is needs to be a unanimous, call a short roll call vote if everybody's in agreement. Mr. Johnny?
Yeah.
Mitchell?
I agree.
David?
Aye.
And Mr. Jeff?
Aye.
All right. We'll get this to Senator Woods this afternoon because he's going to actually get it filed in.
Sometimes language can confuse you. That when it says exempt, it just means exempt from further increases.
Right.
Not exempt from your property tax altogether.
Right.
Just people come and ask me, you said I'd be exempt. Well, no, only exempt from future increases.
That's right. Assessed value.
Assessed value will be frozen at whatever it was the year prior to your qualification of that.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't have any old business. Any scheduled. We'll go right into our district reports. Mr. Johnny.
Just been working on our gravel roads and working on our beaver dam.
Beaver can be a problem.
Okay.
You helping the beavers build them, or you tearing them down?
I believe I'm helping them build them.
Mr. Mitchell.
We picked up a few scrap tires and stuff, and we've hauled a good bit of riprap and stuff, and put on some of our shoulders where it's banks caving off and stuff, doing things like that, and just making notes of the bad areas, and there's a lot of them. Hope people understand it's just bad weather to do anything much too, but we'll get to it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Mr. Day.
We're gonna be patching up some washing stuff that was created over the big rainfalls, and I got several covers this week that we purchased to try to install.
Yeah.
The same here. We have done a little bit in the shop, but mostly been trying to cut back some still and some trouble spots. Just cutting some limbs back while there ain't got a lot of vegetation on them. I know it don't look as bad now, but if you get them now, you don't have to worry about it in the spring when they start blooming. And we hauled a lot of gravel, and I went to the Cakes conversation. I know at the meeting before I planned to go in and had a real good conversation with Matt. Tracy didn't get to make it due to a family situation, but Matt and I got to talk, and we got to talk about several things. And I think he's going to do us a real good job in the Senate. I appreciate him. And also the C3 meeting that we all went to was, I thought, very good. Heard a lot from Mr. Reed. Alabama's really number one, really, in increasing our the incentives for people to come, and just as a place for investments, Alabama's become a good fertile ground for it, and I'm thankful that I think most everybody at the commission went, and it's good to see everybody supporting one another and seeing our state and our county grow. So
We appreciate all of y'all for what you do. Just a small update. I've tried to keep you updated through text, but our House Bill 134 and 133, it is actually in the Senate now. And that's why I got it held up last time, but hopefully our local bills should move on through. But it seems like I've watched them 2 or 3 times. It seems like they're handling business pretty good right now. So they want to get out so they can start canvassing and stuff.
I was also supposed to do a legislative update. And I will be giving them on a monthly basis from our association for the bills that the association sponsored and our affiliates, the EMA and those other groups that have bills. And we did have 2 of ours that sponsored that already had a committee and already been voted on, and waiting on the governor's signature. So they're moving real fast in the legislature this year. But the association has some every year that they get behind a sponsor, get someone to sponsor that bill. But they draft it, and it's moving pretty fast. So I appreciate our legislators actually cooperating with those things too.
That's right.
Anybody heard anything about the lawsuit on the SSUT? How's this going? Anything?
Yeah, we got an update. It went into mediation before the judge, both parties, and because of that, they put basically
Gag clause.
a gag order on it, basically where it can't be discussed by the other parties that are involved. So while they're in mediation, you won't know what's going on, but hopefully they're going to come to some kind of resolution between the 2 differences. From my understanding, and this is all speculation, we have with all the support that was shown, we have a pretty good chance of it at least not changing, from what I've been told, not changing the present condition. It may change what the future of it looks like, but our funding, they think, is going to be fairly secure from what. But that's still up to a judge, and 2 parties deciding amongst themselves as their lawyers argue with each other.
All right. Does anybody have anything else as far as announcements that need to be made? If not, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor?
Ah.
Okay, we are adjourned.